Hey folks, it's JANG here with a look at the Green Lantern Ultrabuild set from LEGO. This is in the DC Universe Superheroes series. Obviously, you can see from the scale here, this is not a minifigure. This is the big figures, the big action figures, based on the larger action figure parts that were first introduced for Hero Factory. They're using those same parts again and adding to them to bring you these new superheroes sets. This is a 38-piece set, so let me go ahead and open up the box and have a look at some of those pieces. So you see how this kind of works. We got a pile of pieces, and ultimately these are going to be grouped into a couple of classes of parts. And I'm just going to separate them out right now. If you haven't seen the way that these things go together yet, obviously this is, again, not the traditional LEGO building system. These are built basically with bones, where you kind of create a skeleton. You actually build up sort of a skeleton. It's not as macabre as it sounds. It actually works out pretty well. Skeleton pieces, they call these bone pieces officially at LEGO. And then on top of the bones, you end up putting armor pieces and kind of plates and basically pieces that will add bulk onto the pieces. So over here we actually have two torso skeleton pieces, main body pieces. So that's going to be interesting to see how two of them are used on one single character. And then these are leg and arm pieces for the most part, and they'll all just pop together using a ball and socket attachment system. If you're familiar with Hero Factory, you've seen lots of these already. If you're not, this is a pretty simple system and actually pretty easy to put together. A lot easier than some of their older large action figure sets that they've done well in the past. Now, these parts here have been made available previously in the Hero Factory sets. It's a new color now. This bright green color has been made available. Each of these attaches with one socket joint. I'm going to put those aside real quick, and let's look at just the proper armor pieces by themselves. So we've got a bunch of gunmetal gray parts here and a couple of black ones. So let me just separate those real quick. There we go. There's your gunmetal grays. You've got 4 of these in the size 5. There's a number on there saying references the length, and then 1 in size 3, and then you've got 2 of these size 4 armor pieces in black. Put those into a pile. Let's see, just one of these. Interesting. No, 2. There we go. 2 of these wider armor pieces in the bright green, and that's also a new color. Existing mold, but a new color to be used with that mold. And then we have 1 large body armor piece that I just dropped off camera. Rescued it. Am I a superhero or what? Just saved that piece. This is in the gunmetal gray or dark pearl gray color. It's the main body armor kind of chest piece. These are feet, a couple of them. Again, a new color, old mold, bright green. That's cool. And this is an add-on piece. This is exclusive to this set. It has this imprint for the Green Lantern. This is just going to widen up the chest, give it a little bit of more bulk. Got a couple of hands here, white hands, 5-fingered, kind of in fists like this. These 2 pieces right here actually go with the bone pieces, and these will add on more friction. They add just a little bit of length, but the main thing is that these make for a tighter joint when you add this extra little piece, so it can hold more weight without collapsing. Everybody hates action figures that collapse on their own. You know, they can't hold a pose, so those will help it to hold a pose. These are pieces that we have seen in the 3.0 series of Hero Factory, but we have not seen them in white before. So again, existing mold, new color. Very cool for mock making, you know, making your own custom parts. A few little miscellaneous little Technic doodads. Here is the Morning Star construct. of this green lantern. It's a kind of a trademark sort of weapon that's been seen more recently, but can be used in different ways. And of course you can make up your own weapons. If you have parts from Hero Factory, you can mix and match them together. If you have different heroes or even villains from this series as they come out, you can mix and match the different pieces together and make up your own weapons and shields and other things. Finally, you've got the head. So this is the head piece, and it is all molded in a hard plastic. It's actually two pieces that have been screwed together with a long screw down in there, and this is just going to pop on to the end of one of those ball joint parts. So that gives you an overview of all of the pieces. So now I'm going to go ahead and quickly build this thing and see how it comes together. Alright, now I'm going to slow down here just briefly to show you a little bit more detail of how the second main body piece goes together. You can see this gray piece was added in here, and these are actually attaching like so. And this is going to form kind of a backpack, like a power pack on the back. You add on a little bit of extra armor, some extra pieces here, add on one of these green pieces, and it's just adding up more bulk to the whole character, so that's pretty cool. There he is. There is the Green Lantern all built up together. So the whole cool thing about that whole process is that, you know, you're building an action figure. It gives a kid an actual opportunity to build up a popular, well-known superhero, his or herself, out of parts. And once you get it together, you can start to customize things if you want to, because ultimately this is a Lego product, and Lego is all about playing your way. So if you want to change things up, feel free. There isn't just one proper way to assemble the character together. You can move armor around, change the directions, and you know, just do things a little bit different, just cause, you know, because being different can be cool. And let me go ahead and zoom this out again and just give you some views all the way around for this character. Like I said, it does add a good amount of bulk towards the rear. That's actually across the back. That's actually a problem that some of the Hero Factory characters that use this same system had, is that they didn't have the bulk in the back, so it kind of looked a little bit empty on the back. But this one is a little bit more full, a little bit better armored all the way around. Just kind of becomes a thicker, more full-looking character, more complete-looking. So, as far as the playability of this character is concerned, the nice thing about these joints is that they are all flexible, and you know, you can pose the character in so many different ways. Oops, that's not supposed to happen. It's a brand new set, so some of the parts still have a lot of extra friction in them, but once you start to use them, that loosens up a little bit. That right there is that part that I mentioned earlier on that adds extra friction, so it adds extra strength, so that even if you've got the whole character, there it goes again, gotta get it broken in a little bit, there we go. Even if you have the whole character trying to be balanced on one foot, still, see, I didn't really have to do much work to get it to balance and to stay there, and it's not. His arm is standing up, this leg is just standing out, it's not falling down. So that's good. The bad thing about this system, as you've already seen, is that it kind of can be pulled apart by a kid who's playing with it a little bit too vigorously. But on the flip side of that, the good thing is, if they get broken, the kid can just put it back together. You know, you don't need a parent's help for that. Just snap it back together. Everything snaps together. This was a little bit of a surprise to me. I didn't notice this from the box. It didn't look like this was going to happen on the box. This actually spins. This end spins around. So that's pretty cool. And there's also looks like there's an axle, we call an axle joint in the end here, where you can put other Lego Technic or Hero Factory or Bionicle parts together using one of these Technic axles, and then you can attach other things onto the end of that. Or ultimately, because this is using the Technic standard, you can attach things to the end of this, turn it into a blaster, use this somewhere else, use this whole part somewhere else. As a matter of fact, just to try it out, what I'm going to do here is take this little piece that's in here, just pulled out the one part that's supposed to be in there and used another part that they included in the set, because Lego always tends to include some extra little things. And now I'm going to attach this directly. See, you can just attach things in ways that they weren't initially intended to be. And maybe, can this be attached on here? Not quite, but I can turn it upside down and put that on there like that. I don't know, it's just different things. It might not be the best looking part right there, but it just shows that this is a system that's intended to be used in different ways. Like I say, you can also exchange parts from the popular Lego Hero Factory sets, and also as you get different characters from this series, you can put them together, and there are actually going to be some combination models used using multiple sets from these superheroes sets, and I will show you those in separate videos, so be on the lookout for those as well. But for now, that is a look at Green Lantern, how it goes together. Pretty cool little set, you know, great poseability, fair amount of playability. You can take them apart, you can put them back together, you can take different things off, arrange things in different ways if you so choose, and ultimately if you get more products from the same line, you can combine them together and do even more different custom things. So that is Green Lantern from the DC Superheroes Ultrabuild sets from Lego. Thank you very much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe on YouTube. It's Lego JANG is my account on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more cool Lego stuff, and also some custom creations that I like to make to do things just a little bit different. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye for now.